So, wenn alles geklappt hat, bin ich jetzt live. So, guten Abend Leute. Willkommen zu einer weiteren Runde Virtue's Last Reward. Und ja, ich persönlich finde, es ist gerade eine sehr interessante Stelle. Ich zeig mal kurz, wo wir uns befinden. Hier. Man sieht irgendwie, muss das hier doch noch weitergehen, ne? Wird's auch, keine Sorge. Für die vielleicht tatsächlich zum ersten Mal einschalten, das hier ist eine Visual Novel. Leider komplett auf Englisch, weil irgendwie die wenigsten Visual Novels auf Deutsch übersetzt werden. Also ich habe bisher, glaube ich, 2 erlebt und eine fiel mir erst letztens wieder ein, dass es im Grunde eine Visual Novel war, nämlich Paya. Aber ansonsten halt, naja, Digimon Survive. Und das ist das Einzige, was mir da sonst noch einfällt. Den Rest kenne ich nur auf Englisch. Aber gut. Wir befinden uns jedenfalls gerade hier. Das heißt, ich kann jetzt nicht die ganze Story noch erklären. Komm. Wir haben jedenfalls die grüne Tür durchschritten, sind anschließend, also es war wieder mit Luna und, wer war die zweite? Nicht nochmal Fai, oder? Nee, egal. Jedenfalls geht's jetzt hier weiter. Wir haben uns entschieden, lieb zu Luna zu sein und wir sind mal gespannt, wie es weitergeht. Ich werde nebenher aber ein bisschen was trinken. Ich habe hier eine Kanne Tee stehen und ein Glas Honig, um das Ganze noch ein bisschen zu versüßen. Lecker. Aber gut. This.
It looks like another warehouse.
I guess there's one on this floor too, then. Makes sense. I guessed as much when I saw the map. What's that over there?
Probably more graffiti. There was one on floor A too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
Is that Dio?
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
Ach, Dio. Der eine Charakter, den keiner leiden kann. Nicht mal die anderen Charaktere im Spiel. What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing.
Ich weiß, ich sage es jede Folge, aber es ist für mich immer so seltsam, da die Stimme von Liam O'Brien zu hören.
Just going with the flow, you know? Seeing where life takes me.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere. So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess.
Ja gut, Quark ist mal wieder verloren gegangen, wie in sehr vielen der möglichen Zeitlinien.
If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us. That happens, it's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah, did I stutter? Or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. You're close for good in 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
Close for good, huh? I had to admit I'd kind of forgotten that detail, but if Zero Jr. had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out until we died. Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they'd just leave our corpses there to rot. My stomach did a little flip.
So, what are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What?
Huh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kate chose ally. If he hadn't, he'd be hanging from that crane right now.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair. You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company. Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
Was Kay by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
I see.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Oh, come on. Really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors.
So the next color is white?
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that,
It becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together. And then adding green to that gives you white. So that means Fi and I would need to pair up with the green solo, which is Luna.
right.
That means the other three would be in the same team as before. Tenmyoji, Clover, and Quark. We know that Tenmyoji is a red solo and Clover is a cyan pair, so...
The only one left is the other cyan pair. So we can assume that's what Quark is.
Could there be any other combinations?
No. There's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
We've only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everybody else. We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Nobody invited you. Come on, Fi.
Right. On my way.
Ach ja, niemand mag Dio. Dio ist so ein Charakter, bei dem liebt man es, wenn der auf die Fresse bekommt. Man liebt es, diesen Charakter zu hassen, könnte man sagen. So, erstmal die eine Tasse leer gemacht, ehe die kalt wird. Und jetzt kommt die nächste Fuhre. Während das jetzt mal wieder hier schön alles... Okay. Sind wir in der Lounge jetzt da? Ich hoffe ja. So, nicht wundern, ich kratsch mir gerade Honig aus einem kleinen Gläschen. Huh? Something up? Why'd you just stop?
Well... See that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah?
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
Okay. What do you mean?
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
Memento Mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
It's Latin for something like be aware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? If the 9th line ate the sun, I mean, yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but... Oh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sentence.
Yeah. Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact it made no sense? Not really.
Huh. Wrong answer. Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were. I guess I have to do everything. Part of it was spelled wrong. Specifically, they spelled 9th wrong. It should be Ninth. But the graffiti had Nineth.
Jo, das ist nicht ganz richtig. Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. They just put an extra E in there?
Exactly.
That's kind of a bonehead mistake. Do you think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
But why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
What?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Remember death. If the ninth line at the sun. Huh.
Shit. Hey, it's already 2 minutes past time.
Ja, wo bleibt der Rest?
We should get moving.
Ach nee, die müssen weiter. Right. Huh? Kay and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Yeah. Guess you've got a point. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Check what?
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here.
Ah, genau, die Sache.
Remember? She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Yeah. What do you think she was looking at? Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. It makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts. So... blood, huh? Oh my god.
I suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at a metal crane. It was the kind you might see in a shipyard, the sort that moves along a metal track and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So, what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn, gone again. Stop running around. Just tell me what you found.
I noticed something.
Oh yeah? And what, pray tell, was that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Can't you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires?
Yeah, this whole thing kinda sucks, right?
Oh, guter Spruch.
Come on! This is no time to be screwing around. I'm talking about this thing. The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief. Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a bloodstained handkerchief here? Or something along those lines?
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or wait, maybe someone just dropped it. Or they could have thrown it here.
And?
You want more?
You're almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
Wait, when's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone except for Clover and Kay was to go look at the number 9 door. We spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms too. Yeah, I know we looked at this from this exact angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief here then. There wasn't... Wait.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
Tja, das ist doch mal interessant, oder? No way. The AB room moved?
Yeah.
Was it that crane?
Probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman.
And who was trapped in there when the nonary game started?
Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Luna. Und jetzt wird's interessant. For the third time, Fi walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of the graffiti that began 2 milkmen.
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it so that no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about that handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it.
Hier muss man natürlich anmerken, wir wissen aus dem Dio-Ende natürlich, dass nicht Luna die alte Frau umgebracht hat, sondern Dio. Aber was hat das jetzt alles zu bedeuten, ist natürlich die Frage. Wenn Luna in dem Raum war, warum hat die dann nichts über die alte Frau gesagt? Oder war die alte Frau vielleicht zu diesem Zeitpunkt gar nicht in dem Raum? Das ist halt die Frage.
Then when the room was moved, it came out.
That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, all right. For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body. But But we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Zero Senior seems to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far there have been 2 murders and he hasn't done anything about either of them. Do you think that means Luna is Zero Senior? Even if she was, though, I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero Senior, couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known they'd be discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate that crane? Luna was with us since we first got out of the AB rooms all the way till when we found the old lady's body. You, me, and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down the floor to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then the room must have been moved. Of course. Why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. We're her alibi.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Jetzt mal kurz nicht wundern, ich rühre mal kurz hier meine Tasse Tee um den Honig darin vernünftig aufzulösen und zu verteilen. Nicht, dass ich nachher einfach oben quasi gar nichts davon habe und unten dann einen Zuckerschock erleide. In der Tasse. Aber ja, das ist gerade ein sehr interessanter Punkt. Das sind Sachen, die nämlich der Idee, dass Luna Zero Senior ist, widersprechen. Die Frage ist natürlich immer noch, wer ist denn Zero Senior? Das ist nämlich bisher immer noch nicht beantwortet. Wir wissen eine Person, die es schon mal nicht sein kann, und ein paar Personen, die so ein bisschen rausfallen, wenn wir mal durchgehen. Wir wissen, Dio ist es nicht, weil Dio ist als externer Saboteur reingekommen. Tenmyoji und Quark wurden augenscheinlich von Zero direkt angesprochen, also wäre es unwahrscheinlich, dass die beiden Zero sind. Gibt natürlich noch Clover und Alice, die sich, sagen wir mal, sehr geheimnistuerisch verhalten haben, aber bei denen es einen auch wundern dürfte, wenn die direkt mit diesem Ding zusammenhängen, weil die wirkten eher so, als wären sie davon überrascht. Allerdings wirkte jeder überrascht, von daher, über Kay wissen wir so ziemlich gar nichts. Ansonsten, ich habe mit Sicherheit jetzt gerade welche vergessen. Moment. Ja gut, Phi und Sigma natürlich, aber Sigma ist der Player-Character. Und Phi, wissen wir zumindest, hat eine ähnliche Fähigkeit wie Sigma. Oder die gleiche Fähigkeit. Und Luna? Bei Luna wissen wir bisher auch nicht allzu viel, außer dass sie eine Krankenschwester ist. Oder zumindest eine medizinische Lizenz hat. Aber weiter. Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight.
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was, which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Oh, you mean that stuff she said about what she noticed?
Right.
Hey, Phi.
Hmm?
I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
Sigma. Phi. There you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news. Luna. Luna is dead. She's in room 2 in the crew quarters. The same room where Alice was murdered.
Okay, also augenscheinlich hat Clover ihre Drohung wahrgemacht. This was the third time I touched a body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake, and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check her pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal. Like I might blink and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously and everything would be alright. I blinked. She lay there, still, dead and pale.
And I trust him.
Grief cracked open like an egg and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth, my hands balled into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
Ah ja, stimmt, wir waren ja mit Clover, glaube ich, in dem... Ja, war das im Golem Bay? Moment, ich muss nur kurz hier gucken. Hier war ja... Ach nee, es gab Golem Bay und da war... Nee, da war Alice dabei. Genau, Alice war noch dabei. Und... Ansonsten ja vorher war Lounge, genau. Aber es gab einen Raum, in dem war das drin. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, war das der? Das war die Sache mit diesem Turbocurarin, glaube ich. Naja. Aber ich meine, das war in einer anderen Zeitlinie, wo wir das gefunden hatten.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
The muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck. I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes?
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Resuscitating?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all. And as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said. Or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes. I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR. To the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately.
Und das ist tatsächlich auch der beste Weg. Am besten, wenn man tatsächlich jemanden findet, der gerade beispielsweise bewusstlos ist, nicht mehr atmet etc. Ich sag mal so, ziemlich jeder von uns hat irgendwann mal einen Erste-Hilfe-Kurs gemacht, Herz-Lungen-Wiederbelebung, so ein Kram. Wenn es die Möglichkeit gibt, einen Umstehenden ansprechen, und zwar ganz spezifisch eine Person und sagen, du rufst jetzt einen Krankenwagen und sich dann direkt an die Arbeit machen, weil jede Sekunde zählt bei einem Herzstillstand. Jede Sekunde, die das Hirn nicht mit Blut versorgt wird, sorgt dafür, dass die Chance, wieder zu beleben, geringer wird und im Zweifel bleibende Schäden bleiben. Von daher, nur mal kurz so am Rande. Aber gut, ich sage das jetzt, weil ich unter anderem sehr viel Herz-Lungen-Wiederbelebung geübt habe, als ich noch ein bisschen Rettungsschwimmen gelernt habe. Ich war nämlich mal bei der DLRG.
As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage.
Genau das.
I felt time was of the essence. But
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Then they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you. May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
The weapon.
It's gone.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Then did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
Das ist tatsächlich wahr. Erstens, je weiter man entfernt ist, desto einfacher ist es. Und je weniger man quasi davon selber abbekommt. Wenn man jemanden zum Beispiel ersticht und Blutspritzer und sowas abbekommt, ist es eine viel, sagen wir mal, intimere Situation für einen selbst. Ist vielleicht der falsche Begriff, aber in dem Sinne, man ist dem Ganzen näher. Hingegen auf den Knopf drücken und jemanden mit dem Elektroschock umbringen, ist verstörend einfach für viele Leute. Und hier in dem Fall ist dieses, okay, es ist kein hässlicher Tod, sondern man verpasst jemandem nur kurz was und dann stirbt er quasi von selbst. Er stirbt nicht direkt durch das, was man tut, sondern durch die Wirkung, die davon kommt. Ansonsten, wie gesagt, aus der Ferne jemanden erschießen ist zum Beispiel auch relativ einfach für viele Leute. Und es ist sehr, sehr traurig, wie einfach es Menschen fällt, andere Menschen umzubringen. Und ich wundere mich immer darüber, warum gerade True-Crime-Dokus so beliebt sind, aber das ist zum Beispiel auch eine Sache, die ich nicht verstehe, warum Leute so total fasziniert von irgendwelchen Serienmördern oder Massenmördern sind. Aber machen wir mal weiter mit der Geschichte. Aber erstmal trinke ich wieder einen Schluck. So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Could they have done that in the 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was.
Aber ja, hier sehen wir, das Ganze wird jetzt von der typischen dem typischen Mystery-Thriller geht es jetzt so richtig Richtung Murder-Mystery, so Who Done It. Und das ist cool.
We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless.
Das ist tatsächlich eine Sache, die viele heutige Autoren an so Sachen wie den Sherlock Holmes Büchern, den Originalbüchern von Arthur Conan Doyle, sagen wir mal, kritisieren. Dass der sehr häufig einfach Rückschlüsse zieht, die sich nicht logisch ergeben. Und dass dafür nicht unbedingt Belege da sind, aber er hat am Ende natürlich recht. Aber gut, Arthur Conan Doyle war auch privat, was seine persönlichen Positionen zu einigen Themen angeht, etwas speziell. Naja, machen wir weiter.
So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful.
Obwohl, eine Sache möchte ich dazu noch anmerken, deshalb, gerade bei so Detektivgeschichten, Mystery Stories etc., es ist immer am besten, wenn man als Zuschauer nicht einfach nur sieht, okay, plötzlich hat der Typ es verstanden, sondern dass man den Verstehensprozess miterlebt, sondern so, dass man sieht, okay, hier wird dieser Beweis gefunden, hier wird das gefunden, hier wird das gefunden und man sieht quasi, wie es bei der Person arbeitet und eben nicht wie in den alten Sherlock Holmes Geschichten, dass er dann sagt, ja, übrigens das und das und das und das ist es jetzt, ohne irgendeinen Prozess dahin. Und auch zum Beispiel bei der Sherlock-Serie ist es halt so, dass man nicht wirklich seine Gedankengänge versteht, sondern man sieht nur, okay, er ist jetzt gerade so wieder in seinem Modus. Das ist, naja. Ich finde das hier zum Beispiel sehr, sehr gut in dieser Geschichte, dass dann halt in diesen Diskussionen klar wird, okay, hier gibt es diese Punkte und man kann selber mitdenken und das ist gut. Weil sind wir mal ehrlich, Watson ist primär in den Sherlock Holmes Geschichten dazu da, als ein normalerer Vergleichspunkt zu dienen. Einer, der an sich schon relativ intelligent ist im Vergleich zu anderen, aber neben dem Sherlock natürlich nochmal ganz extrem intelligent wirkt. Und ganz ehrlich, ich habe das Gefühl, das war mehr so eine Wish-Fulfillment-Fantasy von Doyle. Also ganz im Ernst, die Bücher sind nicht ohne Grund erfolgreich und vor allem auch die Geschichten, die daraus sich ergeben haben, haben ja weite Teile auch von Popkultur geprägt, aber trotzdem. Verzeiht, dass ich gerade so viel trinke, aber das liegt einfach daran, dass ich nicht will, dass der Tee halt nachher komplett kalt wird. Und hier, das ist halt eine Kanne mit 1,5 Litern. Und das ist jetzt keine Thermoskanne. Das heißt, der Tee muss weg. Und vor allem, je länger ich warte, desto kälter wird der Tee und desto schneller muss ich trinken. Das kommt noch erschwerend hinzu. Aber ja, ich finde es wie gesagt gut, dass diese Mystery Story hier dadurch einfach ein bisschen, sagen wir mal, begreiflicher wird, dass man diese Situation einfach durch die Charaktere besser miterlebt und die Gedankengänge und dass die Charaktere eben auch nicht von Anfang an wissen, wie es denn jetzt war und was wie zusammenhängt. Und das, finde ich, ist, wie es sein soll. Das ist, wie es sein muss bei solchen Mystery Stories. Es ist scheiße, wenn du einen Charakter hast, der einfach von Anfang an alles begreift und der dann der Protagonist ist. Es ist natürlich okay, wenn man so eine Art Foil hat, der mehr versteht als alle anderen und das erstmal gar nicht sagt, was die anderen übersehen. Das ist okay, das kann man machen und das kann sogar ziemlich cool sein, aber man muss natürlich trotzdem auch einen Rahmen finden und man muss natürlich auch irgendwie dann darauf achten, dass es nicht nervig wird. Aber hier finde ich, ist es insofern cool, dass keiner der Charaktere so richtig weiß, wer es war. Wir wissen, dass Fei es nicht war, weil die ganze Zeit bei uns war. Kay hat uns jetzt eine Geschichte erzählt, aber wir wissen auch nicht, ob das stimmt. Wir haben das seit 20 Minuten versucht hat, sie wiederzubeleben. Wir wissen nur, dass Luna definitiv eine Einstichstelle hat für dieses Tubokurarin, was wir ja auch durchaus schon mal woanders gefunden haben. Das wissen wir also. Aber ansonsten haben wir relativ wenige Anhaltspunkte. Na gut, und natürlich, dass Clover gesagt hat, dass die jetzt wieder so ein bisschen durchdreht, ne? Ach ja, Clover. Clover in Cleaver-Mode, wie wir es schon mal gehört haben.
Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Ja.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
Ja, vor allem wäre Luna unsere Partnerin für die nächste Runde gewesen.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me. Nicht wundern, ich rühre gerade so ein bisschen nebenher. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then...
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
If you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Guter Punkt, Kate. Sehr guter Punkt. Right, yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Did something happen?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God. What the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on, I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What did you miss?
Quark.
Quark? Oh! Oh shit. Tenmyoji is a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear. This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time. How much time do we have left? Oh no.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move. Und ja, jetzt wird's sehr spannend. Mal schauen, wer nachher alles da ist. Aber ja, es sind jetzt wieder diese Transition Screens, die ein bisschen nerven, aber das kann ich nutzen, um eine gewisse Menge Tee zu trinken. Stay hydrated und so, ne? Wobei dieser Kram mit 2 Litern eigentlich ziemlicher Blödsinn ist. Gutes Timing.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. What the fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Tenmyoji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think?
Ugh.
Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet? Hand it over.
Phi pulled it out of her pocket. The face still shone with blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Phi's eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being. 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on! Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me!
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Ja, da fragt man sich, wo ist die andere Gruppe hin? 3 Leute fehlen. Na, und 2 sind tot.
Alright. Fine. I'll be honest with you. The truth is, I've got a kid. A baby. I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
Das deckt sich nicht so ganz mit der Geschichte aus dem Dio-Ende.
That's...
You have to trust me. I swear, it's God's honest truth. Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. But if I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, it's all over. Please.
Kay turned to look at me and Phi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma, I want you and Phi to go into one of the doors as well.
Huh?
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the 2 of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
No. I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
I can't just leave them behind.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
Phi.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies. You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Why?
Do you actually believe Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Kate, what are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain.
Ich hatte ja auch schon bei Dio gesagt, dass ich da immer wieder an die Stimme denke und hier zum Beispiel auch Travis Willingham. Es ist super. Und ich finde es sehr interessant, dass die beiden gerade in einem Team sind.
Goodbye.
Kay turned and left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. Fi and I lay on the floor moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Habe ich mir gerade im Tee verschluckt. Tut mir leid. Not quite. Verdammt. So geht, glaube ich, wieder. Not quite able to walk yet, fine, I crawled out of the secondary door. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful, and my arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I nodded, and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tenmyoji, Clover, Quark. I hoped they were alright somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Fi finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. Dann schauen wir mal, wo wir jetzt hinkommen, nachdem wir das erste Mal durch eine weiße Tür gegangen sind. Security! Oh. Ich kann zumindest sagen, die Räume hinter den weißen Türen haben immer ein paar recht interessante Infos, die man da finden kann. Aber gut. Ich gieße mir jetzt weiter Tee ein. Ich glaube, ich verzichte jetzt auf den Honig. Der löst sich jetzt ohnehin nicht mehr so gut, da der Tee nicht mehr ganz so heiß ist. Und der Honig ist relativ fest, von daher. Aber gut. Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah. It said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
Does that mean we'll be able to see what's going on in the rest of the facility?
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
Yeah, I'm worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
So, hier haben wir Bildschirme. This must be the main monitoring station. All 9 of those screens are dark, though. Probably aren't powered up. Looks like it. So how do we turn them on? What kind of question is that? There's probably some switches or something around here somewhere. Jo, hier ist ein Panel. Oh, hey, it just rubbed it a little and it turned on. I don't think the rest is going to be that easy, though. Look at the screen. Looks like a login screen. I think we need to put in a password. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Ja, kann man vergessen. What's the password? Let's look around a little more. Maybe you can find some kind of clue. Right. So, hier landet man auch immer nur wieder da. A yellow chair sits before me. Speakers. Yeah. They look pretty normal. Oh, hier ist ein roter Stuhl. It's a chair. Yep, and it's red. This one's the same. I barely touched it and it's ready to go. Yeah, it's showing the same thing too. Das heißt auch hier ein Passwort, hier ein toter Bildschirm. It's blank. Yeah, nothing at all. Was haben wir denn hier? Some binders. Damn, I can't understand a word of this. It looks like some kind of code. All of these binders are like that. Shoot. I wonder what this is. Dunno. It looks like a machine of some kind. Tall machine. No idea what it does. Hopefully nothing bad. Moment, die Treppe? The first step, there's a red line along the edge. The second step, it has a magenta line along the edge. The third step, it's pretty deep though. I guess it's more of a landing than a simple step. There's a cyan line along the edge. The fourth step, a yellow line runs the length of the edge. The fifth step, it has a green line that runs along the edge. The sixth and last step, the line running along its edge is blue. Aber ja, wenn man das so entlang geht, das sind immer so diese Zwischenschritte, das ist so ein typischer Verlauf. So, gehen wir vielleicht erstmal, komm, schauen wir uns vielleicht da unten erstmal noch weiter um. Hier gibt es nämlich noch den Teil. Huge speakers. That's a big screen. Blank though. I don't think the power's on. This one switched on just like the other two. Looks like it. A chair. Yes, and a green one at that. Das heißt, wir haben hier also einen gelben, einen grünen und einen roten. Some binders, they're full of code that I can't read. Looks like we've got 9 switches. There's a little thunderbolt icon up here. My guess is that these are a bunch of power switches. They're all red. Does that mean they're all off? How about you try and flip some of them? Did you hear something? Yeah, I did. Kind of a starting up sound. Schauen wir uns doch mal kurz um. Aha! Dann schalten wir sie doch einfach mal alle an. These are from the security cameras. I thought so. Hey, what about Tenmyoji, Clover, and Quark? Can you see them anywhere? You can see just as well as I can. There's nobody there. No D or a K either. Might as well take a good look at it though. Bam. Nothing. Each screen seems to be for a security camera. I can't see anybody though. Jetzt können wir uns mal hier umsehen. Was ist das denn? Do you think this does something? It looks weird, but I'm pretty sure they're just shelves. A set of shelves made up of 8 hexagons. There are triangles wedged in between the hexagons. Ach, was haben wir denn hier? Hourglass with red sand. Mit 4 drauf. An hourglass. Looks like the sand inside is red. Something's engraved on the top. Looks like a number 4. 4? What the heck does that mean? Well, given the purpose of most hourglasses, I guess it means this is a 4-second clock. In other words, it'll take 4 seconds for all the sand to run through it after you flip it. 4 Sekunden? Ja gut, 11 Sekunden. An hourglass full of yellow sand. There's 11 carved into its top. There's a set on this side too. They look just like the other ones. Yeah, I wonder if it means something. A sofa. Seems perfectly normal. A glass table. Ja gut, dann haben wir hier nur den Knopf. Wieder ein Löwenkopf mit einem Sonnensymbol im Maul. Is this a lion? What's it got in its mouth? It's some kind of button, right? It looks like you can push it. I can barely make it out, but I think there's something carved on the surface. A sun? Wait, so is this lion eating the sun? Yeah. Whatever. Right now we need to focus on getting out of here. I'm gonna push that button. That okay? Yeah, sure. Whoa. The lights turned off. I guess it's a light switch. Oh, das sieht jetzt interessant aus. A strange looking set of shelves. Hey, check it out. It's all lit up. Yeah, pretty colorful. Do you think it's a hint? Maybe. Und hier haben wir genau das Gegenstück. The shelves are all lit up. Different shapes are different colors. So, was haben wir dann hier unten? Ist hier irgendwas anders? Oh, schauen wir doch mal. There are letters on the front of the step underneath the red line. TMJYUVGJ. There are letters on the front of the step underneath the magenta line. They say ZYKGLPE. There are letters on the front of the step underneath the cyan line. They say TISG. Ja gut, ich muss das jetzt nicht komplett durchgehen. Wir sehen, das heißt TMJYUVGJ. TMJYUVGJ. Mal schauen, ob das ist, was wir hier eingeben müssen. So, TMYUVGJ? Nee, TMJYUVGJ. TMJYUVGJ. So, here goes TMJYUVGJ. Haha. Did it work? Yeah, I guess so. Good job. Cakewalk. Sure, did you see this icon? The one in the upper left corner. Yeah. I wonder what this icon means. Well, there's only one way to find out, right? Very true. Changing the colors to the correct ones by selecting the hexagons and triangles. Remember that you can only have 4 moves to complete this puzzle. Oh ja, ich erinnere mich. So, das heißt... Ich glaube, es war... Ja, ich hab's geschafft. Ich hatte es richtig. Kurzen Schluck getrunken. Ha! How do you like that, puzzle? It's too early to celebrate. Check your screen. You've got a new icon. What was that noise? Nothing happened on the screen. Look up. The one over your head. Huh? Will be me. What the hell's that? It's not even a sentence. Will be me. Ja gut, schauen wir mal. Wir haben hier ansonsten noch einen grünen Stuhl. Grün haben wir ADGB. Another password? Alright, fine. You better get this right, Sigma. Nein, nicht N. B. Aber was hat das jetzt zu bedeuten? Wie gesagt, wir erfahren hier einige interessante Sachen und kriegen einige nette und interessante Hinweise. Ha, this one's done too. Same results as before. And another icon up in the corner. I've seen this icon before. It's just like the one on the other side. So that would mean... Ja, wieder 4 Moves. Ich überlege gerade... Ja. Ich bin gut. Oh, you figured it out. Not bad. And my reward? Heh, nice try. Looks like Zero's got something for you, though. You mean this new icon? Right. What are you doing? This is just like the other one. Look up. I was you. That's not much of a sentence. It just says I was you. Sehr kryptisch. Jetzt brauchen wir noch einmal gelb was, glaube ich, oder? Ja, gelb. Das heißt SGDQNY. 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 Done. Good. That's all of them then. Oh, well done. Would it really kill you to take that disdain down like 10%? Yes. Look at the corner of the screen. Yeah. An icon. Diesmal ein anderes. Is this icon supposed to be an hourglass? Touch it and find out. Right. Determine the value in seconds for each hourglass, then fill in the blanks. The value has a single-digit number, place a 0 before it. Moment. Das heißt also hier 4, wenn ich das richtig sehe. Ach, jetzt Play. Ah, klar, wir haben ja auch das Rote als Referenz, genau. 04 hierfür. Was passiert, wenn wir beides gleichzeitig machen? Okay. Das kann man jetzt hier quasi logisch bestimmen. Die gelbe war, glaube ich, 11. Das heißt, wenn das jetzt hier 4 Sekunden ist, kann man natürlich jetzt so als kleinste Einheit nehmen. Drehen wir nochmal. Sehen wir, ist hier eine übrig, das heißt, das ist 7. Grün. Probieren wir jetzt mal grün. Zack. Grün ist 9. Dann haben wir 11. Und schließlich hier 8, 12, 15. Ha! Got it. Not bad. There's another icon on the screen now. Yes, there is. Hey, look! The screen's changed. Huh? What the heck is this? There's a different word on each one. I'd guess we're supposed to shuffle them around until they make a sentence. How? Well, look at the screen underneath them. It's got the same words in 9 squares. So I'm supposed to use that console to move the words around? That would be my guess. Okay. Let's give this a shot then. So. Wenn wir es jetzt so nehmen, dann I was you war ja oben. Unten hatten wir dieses will be me. Und she knows everything. So? Damn it, no dice. Get a hold of yourself. I'm just counting on you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Okay. Aber ich verstehe jetzt auch nicht. Was ich da jetzt ganz genau zu machen habe. Oder muss ich das nach oben stellen? Nö. Auf jeden Fall dieses She knows everything passt ja. Moment. Why won't it work? Maybe you don't need some of these words. I think. Ah, okay, klar. Das heißt, wir brauchen nur diese 3. This is pointless. It's too dark for me to see anything. Gut, dann gehen wir halt hier hin und machen erstmal das Licht wieder an. The line on the wall has a button with the sun on its mouth. On it in its mouth. I'm gonna turn the lights on, okay? Yeah, do it. Da ist jedenfalls jetzt die Frage bei diesem She knows everything, wer ist gemeint? Wer ist sie? Jetzt haben wir nämlich nur dieses She knows everything. There are words in the 9 screens above me. Guess I'm supposed to make a specific sentence with them. Can move them around with the screen on the console. Ja, genau, hier unten. So. Not all of the words are needed, however, the unneeded words should be erased. Kann ich die also trotzdem noch... Ich bin verwirrt. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, was ich anders machen muss. Ich habe das Spiel doch schon mal durchgespielt. Was sage ich falsch? No good. I can't get it to work. I seems to think maybe some of these words aren't necessary. Moment, muss ich das vielleicht nach unten stellen? She knows everything. Ach, ich muss es einfach nur der unteren Zeile machen. Ha, just as I thought. Yeah, looks like you got it. Good work. Nothing's changed though. Well, at least not here. Yeah. Take a look at the screens up on the wall. Das blaue Passwort. This is... Good work, Sigma. I've been waiting for this. A new safe password, huh? Yeah, let's go open it. So, dann muss ich wohl für das Grüne einfach das Ganze nochmal... Ach, oder nimmst man... Das dann wahrscheinlich nochmal genauso anordnen. So. Wenn man jetzt einfach nur kopiert, ist es ja das hier. Oder hier. Yep, das sollte jetzt grün werden. Aber was hat's mit diesen Worten auf sich, ist die Frage. Und wer ist sie, die alles weiß? Oh, nice work. Look. The screen's changed. Yeah, it's a different password this time. This password is different. You memorized it? Yeah, I got this. So, dann wird's Zeit, den Safe zu öffnen. So. Same safe as before. Probably open it the same way too. We just need to plug in the right password. Yeah, give it a try. Archiv, was haben wir hier? Mond, Mond, Stern und dann dieses Mond, Stern, Stern. Okay. Erstmal also den Bonus-File holen. Excellent, it opened. Yeah. Tada! Das hat funktioniert. It opened. So it did. Und diesmal sind nur 2 Sachen drin. Also die Keycards und... Naja, der Schlüssel. This card looks familiar. Different image though. Yeah, it's one of the AB room cards. Well, I guess there are 2 of them actually. These are the star keys the announcer was talking about. And then we've got the same key as usual. Okay, let's get going. Ganz ruhig, Phi. The lock for the door. It says lock. I'm gonna open it, okay? You ready? Yes, of course I am. Get on with it. Right. Here we go then. 3, 2, 1. Und damit haben wir den ersten Raum hinter einer weißen Tür geschafft.
Wait.
Schau mal kurz hier und wir sehen plötzlich... Ach, guck mal, da ist ja jetzt plötzlich noch viel mehr hinten dran. Was ich sehr interessant finde, ist, dass hier zum Beispiel dass hier kein Türsymbol ist oder sowas, weil man kann hier nicht auswählen, durch welche Tür man geht.
I just realized something.
What's that?
When we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds. We were trying to figure out where the others are, what they were up to, if they were alive, and so on. But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage. Are you following me?
Yeah. You're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. If they store that, we might be able to see it.
Yeah. I don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
Definitely. What do we do?
Leave that to me.
You know how to use this thing?
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles. Everything's designed to do something, and once you know what, you can start guessing how. Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to. See?
Monitoring video data. Looks like this is it. Good work.
Knock it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
Wait. What the heck is this? Everything says no data.
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here.
By 0?
That would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn. Well, that's a little frustrating. That footage could have told us a lot.
Yeah. It might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too. The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms, we could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
Hey, what's this?
You want to open it?
Yeah.
It says Golem status.
Oh, das wird interessant. That should be the system logs of those robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
Yeah. You mean the room full of robots on the other side of the green door?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Shoot. Everything here's been erased too.
Looks like it.
I guess there isn't anything we can... Wait a second.
What is it?
There's a scroll bar. Try scrolling. I knew it! That golem we met is still functional.
What do you mean?
Entschuldigung, ich bin gerade gegen was gestoßen. Moment. Ich muss aber gerade einen Schluck trinken.
I thought you told me Golem, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah. But he said that what passes for a golem's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Only his body was disabled. His brain is probably still functioning. Can we see his logs?
Already on it. Here you are.
Then, try the one that says cache. These file names all just seem like random characters. Whatever. Just pick one and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is probably from right after Kay decked us. We'll be tossed into that white door on the left in a minute. Just watch. See?
interesting.
Einem kann an dem Bild tatsächlich eine Kleinigkeit auffallen, aber ich sag noch nicht was.
This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
Exactly.
So, if we go back through these files...
Yeah. We might be able to figure out who the killer is. Maybe even who Zero Senior is.
Nice. Great work, Sigma.
Come on, I told you I don't need you kissing my ass. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good. Looks like they're both fine.
That just leaves Tenmyoji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my mouth to continue, and then it happened. My vision suddenly blurred, and shaking my head did nothing to clear it. I staggered, my balance gone. What? Why is she talking like that? She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? I can't understand what she's saying. And why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video on fast forward. What the hell is... Wait. Could it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just looks like everything is speeding up. Tatsächlich standen da einfach alle Worte aneinander ohne Leerzeichen. Wer es anhalten möchte, bitte. I still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. Übrigens, was jetzt gerade diese Symptomatik angeht, es hat schon mal jemand was Ähnliches berichtet in diesem Spiel. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Vi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
You okay?
Her voice sounded normal again. And she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got a lost and found.
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in.
Huh.
Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. I think I just be getting tired. Kinda surprised it didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
For just a moment I thought of Radical 6. But I didn't want to worry Fi if I didn't have to. Better to stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
What are you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Gollum's cache.
When was this recorded?
You'll see in a minute.
Up there on the right. That looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
No. It's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Huh? Oh, it's K.
Yeah.
He looks at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
Oh, das ist aber eine sehr gute Kamera. Ich trinke kurz nochmal einen Schluck. 21 minutes. So that means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors opened, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the wide doors in this case, right?
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw us.
Right.
That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
There's no one here.
Yeah, about a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait. How do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Huh. Oh. Someone's coming in. Luna? Is that Clover behind her?
Yeah. This is 0 hours, 1 minute. Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. It looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there an audio track?
Want to listen to it?
What the hell is this?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Huh?
Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours, 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Also hat die 9 Minuten auf sie eingeredet. Hey, they're gone. As I watched, Clover moved steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another... Ah, no, you said this was it.
Yeah, this is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah. This is about a minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours, 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio. He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it.
Why?
Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
Yeah. So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
And whatever it was, it happened during this time?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a hurry.
Maybe he heard a noise.
Like what?
The cyan door opening? Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up. That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
It's Kay. Ah. When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Sure.
Alright, should be around here. One sec. Okay, you should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's Kay coming in from the bottom of the frame. And he's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
I ran over the footage in my head. 0 hours 1 minute, Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours 10 minutes, they both move out of frame. 0 hours 11 minutes and 40 seconds, Clover exits the room. 0 hours 12 minutes, Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems likely that Dio was up to no good during this period. 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio exits the room. 0 hours 13 minutes 10 seconds, Kay enters the room. Kay also disappears from the camera's field of view. At this point, there are 16 minutes where nothing happens. 0 hours 29 minutes, Kay enters the frame. He looks at his bracelet. It says 0:21, the remaining time until the primary door is open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is Clover, Dio oder Kay. Bevor ich das beantworte, trinke ich kurz meine Tasse leer. Und gieße mir den Resttee ein, der noch in der Kanne ist. Ich hoffe, dass das... Ja, das ist auf jeden Fall die letzte Tasse. So. Ach ja, so läuft es manchmal. Aber es ist natürlich jetzt eine gute Frage. Wer von denen war das? Und ich würde sagen, da ich jetzt nichts vorwegnehmen möchte und nichts spoilern möchte, beziehungsweise nicht sofort die richtige Antwort automatisch deshalb wählen möchte, weil ich es weiß, ist ja nicht blind bei mir das Spiel, würfel ich einfach mal. Ich habe hier einen guten alten W6. 1 bis 2, Clover, 3, 4, Dio, 5, 6, Kay. Wir sagen, es ist Clover. Clover.
What makes you think so? Luna could still have been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
That footage alone isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then the case against Clover gets a lot stronger.
And what is that element?
Ich würde es eigentlich mal so sagen. Dio war nur sehr, sehr kurz im Raum. Dass Dio das war, ist sehr unwahrscheinlich. Es wirkte eher so, dass er reingegangen ist, kurz eine Sache erledigt hat und sofort wieder abgehauen ist. Und in der Zeit bringst du nicht mal eben jemanden mit einem Messer, oder nicht mit einem Messer, mit einer Injection Gun um. Vor allem hatte er die ja nicht mal in der Hand. Clover auch nicht, aber naja. Jedenfalls ist es so, dass Luna die meiste Zeit mit Clover alleine war. Und es wäre sehr seltsam gewesen, wenn Dio nicht erwischt werden will, sage ich mal, bei irgendetwas. Abhaut, aber vorher überhaupt kein Problem damit hat, dass Luna da ist und lebendig. Dann wäre er vermutlich gar nicht in den Raum gekommen. Und was Kay angeht, das ist noch ein bisschen mysteriös. Dio's behavior at the white doors. Kay wanted us to enter the white doors. I told him I wouldn't leave 3 people to die. Do you remember what Dio said?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He obviously knew that only you and I would be going through the door. Do you get it?
Yeah. He knew we had Luna's bracelet, which means he also knew Luna was dead.
Ta-da!
Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. If he didn't know she was dead, he would never have said that. The moment Kay suggested we go through the doors, he would have brought it up. That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna? But he didn't even mention her. Like he didn't expect her to be there. Und so funktioniert gutes Storytelling, Leute. Das fällt nämlich beim Spielen erstmal nicht auf, dass der sich eigentlich seltsam verhält. Aber im Rückblick merkt man, Moment. Why would he do that? I can only think of 2 reasons. One, that when Dio entered that room, Luna was already dead. Or 2, he killed Luna himself. The second one doesn't seem likely, though. If Dio had killed Luna, he probably would have made a point to hide that. I'm guessing he probably would have asked where she was. Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get through the white doors without her. He seems like the kind of guy who'd go out of his way to feign ignorance of a crime he committed. In this case, though, he said nothing. That doesn't clear him, of course. But it does make it a lot less likely that he was the killer. If he wasn't the killer, then we're left with only one other option.
When Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Interesting. That's pretty much what I thought too. And it does seem like Clover had a motive.
You mean what Alice noticed?
Yes. The movement of the A-B rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off. Or, maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
When did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door. She would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it.
Na, wir haben die in einem anderen Raum gefunden, aber vor allem die mit dem Stoff drin. Nämlich meine ich, war das nicht... Das müsste hier gewesen sein. Treatment Center. Oder war das woanders? Ich bin mir nicht mehr sicher, egal.
Anyway, this is all just a theory, right? We don't have any proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
Yeah, I know. Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
No. Nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
So Zero Senior's identity...
Still unknown.
Hier zumindest in meiner Stream-Übersicht. Ah ne, geht weiter. Okay, alles gut. Vielleicht gibt es auch gerade einfach ein kleines Internetproblem und der leckt ein bisschen. Ich weiß es nicht. Ich hoffe nicht. Naja, schauen wir mal, dass wir Clover und Tenmyoji finden. Und naja, Kay und Dio gibt's auch noch. Ist die Frage, was mit denen ist. No one's here.
Yeah. All right, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Yeah.
You search rooms 1 and 2. I'll take 3 and 4.
Got it. Ja, Raum 2 kennen wir ja. Alice. Luna. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just this strange, cold shell. And every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping around the edges of your soul. Ich muss zugeben, gerade so dieser Satz am Anfang. Und wegen das Schlimme am Tod ist, dass es einen Menschen zu einem Ding macht. Ist etwas, was ich in einer gewissen Form auch schon mal empfunden habe, weil ich habe ja tatsächlich, ja, ich war jetzt nicht im Moment des Todes dabei, aber meine Mutter ist ja gestorben. War 2019, das ist schon eine Weile her, muss man mich jetzt nicht groß bemitleiden. Es ist nur so, dass ich dann auch mich daran erinnere, wie ich halt irgendwann mal den toten Körper gesehen habe und einfach gemerkt habe, es wirkte so bizarr, dass das mehr wie ein Gegenstand als wie eine Person wirkte in dem Moment. Und das war ein seltsames Gefühl. Also es ist schon... Ich weiß, das kann man den wenigsten Leuten ersparen, aber es ist sehr schön, wenn man sich die meiste Zeit seines Lebens keine Leichen angucken muss. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there poisoning you. I turned and left the room.
No good. There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same. Nobody in them. Except Alice and Luna. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong?
Oh, das ist aber ganz nah.
You need to get it together. What are we doing right now?
Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah. You're right. I turned and headed for the door at the far end. I heaved myself up off the wall and followed. The first thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. The lead ball turned to ice, and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cool, limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I'd had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs, and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot.
What?
The security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
Yeah. I guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped here when the doors closed. Why?
Look. See the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
Die Frage ist, wer das war. There's a cut on Tenmyoji's left hand. It looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. It must have been deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal. I don't think he died from this cut.
The penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelets activated and...
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubocurarine must have killed them.
Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. Someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them. They didn't need to tie them up.
Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said.
You find something?
Yeah.
I bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. A cyan bracelet. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
Your heart stops, your bracelet comes off.
No. No. This can't be happening. Not Quark.
Hey, Sigma. Calm down. Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead.
But...
In fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope.
Ray of hope?
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurarine.
You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Zero Jr. told us that they only come off when your heart stops, or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right, he's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped, then came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Zero Jr. said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back in.
Why do you have to be so pessimistic? Have you actually seen Quark dead, huh? You need to think positive, Sigma. Reality is what we believe it to be.
Ah, jein. Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough! Quark is definitely alive. He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe he isn't. I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed.
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Tenmyoji weren't innocent and I deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Phi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. What are you doing?
Examining their bodies. Tenmyoji first.
Why?
Clues.
What kind of clues?
To who might have killed them. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killer saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
With Quark's bracelet, Clover and Tenmyoji would have been able to go through the wide doors. The killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's wrong?
I can't find anything.
Huh?
I should have found something.
What?
You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it.
Right.
Do you think the killer took it?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
Phi knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began to gingerly examine her corpse. Then, after a moment, I saw her hands stop.
Look. See your thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Yeah, it does.
Sorry, I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
It's written in blood. It must be Tenmyoji's.
It says 016.
Was auch immer das zu bedeuten hat, ne? What does that mean?
Hang on. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016. 016. I know I've seen it somewhere. It's no use. Can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
Anyway, these numbers have to have something to do with the killer. She must have written them after she got hit with a soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
016, huh? Maybe, but the only people who could who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No. There's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
Damn it. This is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Like, what about that old woman we found? Who killed her? The movement of the AB rooms makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. And of course now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? The footage from the security camera paired with Dio's behavior makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. We don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Was it Zero? Zero Senior? And who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist, and why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries, mysteries, mysteries. I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Phi. Give me something, anything. A clue, a hint. Come on, you've got to have something.
The luminol.
Huh?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how is that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
So they could test for blood?
What would they need to do in order to do that?
They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to test.
That's it?
No, wait, you're right. Luminol reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint. So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean... the rec room! Phi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. Tja, da sind wir mal gespannt, was die jetzt noch rausfinden. Gerade ist es ja echt Fragen über Fragen über Fragen über Fragen. Gut, wir wissen zumindest, dass Dio die alte Frau getötet hat, aber das wissen wir aus einem anderen Ende. Oh. Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think, is laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect a brain from constant emotional bombardment? They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins to the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death, but when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. Let's say that two species of animal come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but Species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by Species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of Species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, Species A is eliminated and only Species B manages to survive. This process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from Species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fear into ecstasy. Das ist jetzt sehr pseudowissenschaftlich, aber naja. I guess this means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. He is still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said yourself that there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There is no 10th person. The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. That means...
You're being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach. Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
Alright then. Are you saying you killed them?
Are you insane? And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, Phi and I hadn't been out of each other's sight. We'd gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved puzzles. All of it together. No, wait. There had been one time. One time when I wasn't watching. The few minutes in the security office when I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from each other. Or from one another. If the round trip took about a minute and she'd killed them in 4 minutes, then the whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast-forwarded, probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. But how long had I been like that? It might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where had something like mental processing speed dropping come from? Hey, what you doing there, Phi?
Checking their bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio.
Find anything?
Yeah. 2 things, actually.
Oh?
Take a look at this.
A knife?
Yeah.
There's something engraved on the blade, too. Myrmidons. Is that the name of the manufacturer?
Dunno.
Naja, eigentlich sind die Myrmidonen eben bestimmte griechische Kämpfer, aber auch der Name der Klone, zu denen Dio gehörte. Zumindest hat er uns das erzählt. Eigentlich heißt er auch gar nicht Dio, aber wir nennen ihn hier erstmal Dio, weil... Passt ja. Also das haben wir im Dio-Ende ja schon erfahren. Das Messer ist wohl von ihm.
It's not a name I've ever heard of before. But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
Right. From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
I think I've heard those numbers before.
Like, wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound.
Right, well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom. And wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is. In other words...
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
Right.
So if they matched, then that means this knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have it?
He must have gotten it from Alice.
I know that. What I mean is, why'd he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had that knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So Dio took it from her and stabbed her? If that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else.
What?
Don't you remember what I said? I found two things. There was the knife and... this.
Hey, this is that key.
What do you mean, that key?
We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it just in case.
So, Alice should have had this, right?
Yeah.
And now Dio's got it.
Yeah.
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait. Kay's key?
Oh man. You couldn't figure it out from the shape?
What do you mean?
Get over here. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee, and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oh yeah. So that's it. It unlocks the suit, right?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Before I had time to prepare myself, I shoved the key into the slot and twisted. But...
It's no good. Can't get it open.
why not?
Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open. But with this axe in here...
Is saying it shorted the suit or something?
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly. I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
Do you think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder...
Aber das ist was, was vielleicht in einer anderen Zeitlinie mal sehr interessante und relevante Information sein könnte. So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah. No way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
I wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look.
What is it?
A spray bottle with luminol in it.
That's the one Tenmyoji had.
Yeah.
Then, does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed them to the sink?
We don't know yet.
Why not?
Kay might have taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this. Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for a luminol reaction?
Yeah. If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in here, though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. All right, do it.
Done.
Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
But why?
Because there are traces of blood on it.
Whose blood?
We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though. See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
Then that leaves the old woman, Alice, and Tenmyoji.
Right.
Do you remember what Tenmyoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
Do you think Tenmyoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have blood on it?
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
I wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Sr.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yeah?
Whoa, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Then who killed Dio?
Kay, perhaps? After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, then...
All of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
An Ambidex gate has been opened.
Und das ist jetzt sehr seltsam, oder? Ich trinke kurz noch mal einen Schluck. Es gibt nur noch eine lebendige Person. Oder eine Person, die wir nicht gefunden haben, zumindest.
45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What? What the hell is happening? That's impossible.
Quark.
Quark? Quark opened a gate?
Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
I know, I'm coming. Auf jeden Fall müsste er einen Schlüssel oder eine Schlüsselkarte von Dio und Kay bekommen haben oder geklaut haben dafür. Aber ja, Quark ist der einzige, den wir bisher noch nicht gefunden haben. Damn it. There's no one here. Did they run off?
Why would they run away?
Hell if I know. How the hell did Quark open an AB gate anyway? Without a star key, he shouldn't have been able to get it open.
You must have taken one from Dio or Kay before we got to the rec room. We know they went through a white door. Remember? We saw the footage in the security office. That means they had a star key just like we did.
But you didn't find one when we searched them?
Right.
Well, maybe Quark's a suspect after all, then. You shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lance or an axe.
That's impossible. You're being an idiot. It's much more likely he found the keycard after they died.
Oh, Alright, let's go find him.
Any ideas where to look?
Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might be?
Well, there's one place I'd like to check out. Come on.
Do you know something I don't? Ah, the room Dio and Kay investigated.
Right. Aren't you curious?
Of course. Besides, Quark might be there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move. Oh, wir sehen sogar, was hinter einem, hinter einem weiteren... Ja, oder hinter einer weiteren weißen Tür ist. The door says Director's Office.
Probably belongs to the director.
I hope it has one of those chairs.
Chairs?
You know, the folding ones that say Director on the back. I've always wanted to sit in one and say stuff like action, or cut, or double decaf chai soy latte now.
And that's what you think we'll find in there?
Yeah. Aren't you excited?
Well, there could be anything in there. So, no, not really.
Yeah, what if Zero Senior was in there waiting for us?
That would make things easy. We'd settle things right now and then get the hell out.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna open it.
You don't need to keep asking me if...
Huh.
There's no one here.
That computer's been turned on.
Yeah. Maybe Dio and Kay did that.
What the hell is this?
A lion.
It's biting.
A sun?
It has a couple input fields for a user ID and a password.
We probably can't use it unless we know what those are.
Why don't you put something in?
Sure. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
I turned and headed off toward a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. Remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun. Could this be the ninth lion? Then maybe. Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember death. Oh, das ist ein Tod, den wir an einer anderen Stelle schon mal gesehen haben. Das ist nicht einer, der in dieser Zeitlinie passiert ist. Memento mori. Remember Death. Da sehen wir, dass es Alice mit einem Skalpell wieder in der Brust und nicht mit dem Messer. Memento Mori. Remember. Tja, und hier bräuchte man jetzt eine ID, die wir momentan noch nicht haben. It was no good. Ja, wir sehen hier momentan noch kein Schloss, aber gut. I didn't know anything. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd seen the ID and password somewhere before. To be continued. Ist das dann Lock Number 1? Ich weiß es gerade gar nicht. So haben wir doch. Ah ne, hier ist gar nicht. Er has solved the mystery of the two-headed lion. Ich denke, da müssen wir noch ein bisschen was anderes erfahren, bevor wir hier weiter können. Und angesichts der Uhrzeit würde ich sagen, mir reicht's für heute. In der nächsten Runde schauen wir dann mal, wo wir weiterkommen. Ich hoffe, euch gefällt's. Wenn ihr es im VOD schaut, lasst gerne mal ein Däumchen da. Und wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal hoffentlich wieder. Macht euch noch, wann auch immer ihr euch das hier anhört oder anseht, einen schönen Tag. Und ja, lasst mal gerne eure Ideen in den Kommentaren da, was da jetzt eigentlich passiert ist. Wie ist das mit Kay und Dio passiert? Also ist es wirklich so, dass Dio vielleicht Kay angegriffen hat und anschließend mit dem Speer an die Wand genagelt wurde mit letzter Kraft? Wer hat jetzt Clover und Tenmyoji umgebracht? Was hat es mit dieser 016 auf sich? Und was ist mit Quark los? Hat Clover Luna umgebracht oder ist da noch was anderes passiert? Was hat es überhaupt mit Kay auf sich? Wer ist Zero Senior und wer ist vielleicht auch diese tote Frau, die wir immer wieder am Anfang finden? Warum wurde einer der AB-Rooms verschoben? Das alles sind Dinge, die wir aktuell nicht wissen. Und daher würde ich sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal. Rätselt fröhlich herum. Ich bin auf Kommentare gespannt. Bis dahin. Cheerio.